This will be the most profitable video you'd be watching this year, because in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you 5 reasons why your email conversions are low and why you can make any sales from your email list. This will help you make more money even if you don't know copywriting, because it doesn't involve any advanced email marketing strategies and tactics. In short, once you fix these problems, you'll be able to increase your conversions. With that being said, these are the most common problems that I see when I do first-time audits for my clients. So this is basically insider knowledge. Let's begin. Number 1, directly going for the sale. I often see people going for the sale directly in their emails. As a result, it creates skepticism, objection, and rejection. It's not easy to move a person with facts, figures, features, and benefits. So what should you do instead? Create a vision. This is something I learned from Ben Settle, and Ken McCarthy also talks about this a lot. Vision is all about framing your story in the mind of your prospect's eyes in terms of their existing worldview. Everyone has a different worldview, but with this vision creating a strategy, you can sneak past all the objection, rejection, and skepticism and make more sales in the process. Seth Godin brilliantly talked about this in his book, All Marketers Are Liars. So, what is a worldview? A worldview is the set of rules, values, beliefs, and biases people bring to a situation. It's the lens through which they perceive the world and make decisions. It's like a frame that shapes how people perceive and respond to information. It determines whether they even bother to pay attention to something or not. But here's the thing. Good marketing is not about changing a person's worldview, but rather framing your story in terms of their existing worldview. A consumer's worldview is influenced by their parents, schools, places they live, and experiences they have. For example, the impression of a person who has been cheated at a second-hand car dealership will be different from someone who has had repeated success at buying cars at dealerships. So that's something to think about. Number 2, not engaging with your prospects at the beginning. I think we all read books like Atomic Habits, Think and Grow Rich, The 4-Hour Work Week. Can you tell what they have in common? Yes, they begin with a story that describes all about the vision of the author, who they were, what they were doing, what they will do throughout the book, and etc. etc. Even though you already paid money to get the book, they don't necessarily need to tell you the story, but they do it anyway, because the story serves a greater purpose. It engages the reader, makes them excited, increases the perceived value of the book, and much more. Do the same with your email list. Have an indoctrination series to welcome new subscribers and bond them to you and your brand. People are bored, so unless you can give them a sense of adventure, they are not going to stay in the long run. Number 3, using design. There are only 2 types of coaches: those that use design in their emails and those that don't. That's it. But the ones using design are not making the most money. Why? Because services like coaching and consulting are very intimate, and here people value the person more than anything. They want to feel understood and connected. Let's say that you are going to write an email to your friend. Will you design that email? Obviously not, because that would be weird. So don't do weird thing on your email. And unless you're running an e-commerce brand, you should never ever use design in your emails. That is if you really care about your conversions. Number 4, not following up with prospect. Depending on the niche, the global cart abandonment rate is around 80%. If you have an abandoned cart sequence set up, you'll be able to recover at least 10 to 20% of the lost sales on average. If you have a product that costs $100 and your list consists of 5,000 people, and you send the abandoned cart email to, let's say, 2,000 people, if you recover 10% of the sales, that's $2,000. And that's just for one product. What if you had 10 products and you didn't have an abandoned cart campaign in place? How much money do you think you are losing? So do more follow-ups, have the necessary automation in place that helps you recover sales. Number 5, not sending more emails. I cannot talk about this enough. It's common sense that the more emails you send, the more people will see your offers. And the more they see them, the more they will buy, and you will make more money. So send more emails. Of course, as we discussed previously, your emails have to be somehow good. Most people online send plain, boring, vanilla emails. So if you just follow the basics, you'll be able to stand out in the inbox. This topic is very sensitive for people who don't know the value of sending more emails. That's why I made a whole video just on this, where I also did a math to show you how much money you can make if you send more emails depending on your list size, which you can see on the screen. I hope that all makes sense. If you stay around this long, you might as well subscribe and hit the bell icon, because you'll also love my next video. See you in the future.